Hello, angels. Good morning. Well, good afternoon now. This morning I went to the DMV. I'm trying to get my license back. And anybody who has lost their license, you know that it's a really difficult and confusing process. I lost my license like almost a decade ago for reckless driving, but when that happened, the officer thought that I was under the influence. Um, I did pass the sobriety test and I did pass the breathalyzer test, but they wanted me to do my blood and I didn't want to do that. So when you refuse like that, I was never charged with a DUI. But I was charged with reckless driving. But just for me refusing to give my blood, um, because the police wanted me to do that, because I said no, I still automatically have to take a DUI class. So I do have to take that class, and that's like 12 hours, and it's a little expensive. Um, so that's kind of the downside because I really feel like if I had my license, me getting a job would be a lot easier. Because maybe I would qualify for more jobs, and if you don't even have your license, it just looks not good at my age. I mean, it really doesn't. So I just want to be like any normal other mother my age. I want to be able to drive, I want to get a car, and I want to have a job. I don't just want to leech off the government my whole life and be considered like disabled or whatever. Um, I say it like that because sometimes I go back and forth and I'm like, am I really disabled? And another thing that I don't really talk about on here very much is another thing that I guess it's not a diagnosis, it's a label. Like, they say that I have moderate cognitive impairment. And when I read that really hurt me, and I felt like I'm stupid, like that means I'm dumb. But it actually really doesn't mean that. It means that maybe you need more time to learn something. Maybe you need a different way to explain something. Also, it could mean that you have trouble regulating your emotions, which I do. I admit that I do have trouble with that. That if something makes me upset, I just sometimes will fly right off the handle, and I really want to get my anger under control because you guys don't see that side of me, but I do have a very angry side of me, and it's difficult for me to regulate it sometimes, and I don't want to make any excuses for that at all. There's no excuse for that. There's no excuse to not have control of your emotions, no matter what diagnosis that you have. You better figure out a way to make it work. That's what I pretty much think, and that's what I want to do. And it sucks that I can't even get my therapy, that my insurance won't pay for my therapy, but yeah. But I just sometimes I think like, because my mom always would say like, you're not disabled, you're just lazy, you're just manipulative. So I'm like, is that true? Am I really lazy? And I really am just manipulating everyone into thinking that I don't want to work and I just want to get money from the government. I don't get much money from the government, I will tell you right now, because I haven't worked much on the books, and also I'm married, so I get less than $400 a month, so it's not anything much at all, and I want to work because I feel like I'm just being lazy, and and I feel bad, and I feel like I'm not doing enough, and I need to do better. That's how I feel. And I know I'm kind of going all over the place in this video, but these are just kind of like some things that I had on my mind. And another thing that I wanted to bring up is I was watching To Catch a Predator videos. I really like Dave's Lemonade. I feel like he does like To Catch a Predator videos like very in a tactful way. So if you'd like to watch that kind of stuff, Dave's Lemonade is a really good channel for that. But I was watching that and it just made me think like people who think like, oh, you know, she's old enough to make her own decision when it comes to a younger girl and an older guy, like in a grooming situation. And it's just so hurtful to people who have been through that, because I feel like I can't really talk about it because, you know, people always say like, well, why'd you go back if you didn't like it? I don't know. I don't have a good answer for you guys on that. I don't know why I went back. Because I wanted someone to love me. The guy who did this to me, like, he has a fine life. He has a good life. He's, like, over everything that happened. He has a job. He has a wife. He has kids. And I still Google him to this day. So when you think that that kind of situation doesn't mess with somebody's head, I'm here to tell you that it does. That I still have shame over that situation, that I'm still hurt over that situation. I know I'll never get an apology or like, hey, I realized what I did really. I really feel like it derailed, you know, a big part of my life. Like that set me up on the wrong path, you know? So, if I have any young viewers out there talking to older guys, I urge you to stop, because a normal man in his 20s, 30s, they don't want somebody that's under age. They don't. And I was so desperate for somebody to love me that I didn't listen to anybody that warned me. I didn't listen to how I felt inside, because I didn't feel good. I didn't get any, like, pleasure out of that. But I got pleasure out of thinking somebody wanted me, even though it was just my body. It's still... stop crying. I'm sorry. Sorry to cry. But I want you guys to see that it fucked me up. Okay? It really fucked me up. And the fact that afterwards his mom drove around and had a bumper sticker on her car to a website for him, trying to get him exonerated for his crimes, and a petition saying all that, you know, I was a little kid. Even my own mother blamed me for it. I don't know. I just, I want you guys to see that it is harmful to children, because it hurt me so bad. I just wanted to erase all my pain. I didn't want to feel anything anymore. So like I said, you know, I started down that path of trying to numb myself, and I used to hurt myself. And then when I found like substances, you know, I stopped doing that because I didn't want to feel anything, and the type of substances that I liked were substances that pretty much made it so you were like asleep. Like I wasn't partying or having fun or dancing or going to clubs. I was alone in bathrooms falling asleep. I was alone in my room falling asleep. I was, barely alive. I was pretty much a walking zombie because I didn't want to feel any of the pain, not just from that, but from a cumulative of things. I'm rambling now, guys, but I'm just here and I'm just trying to make content for you guys to show you who I am and try to connect with people who have gone through the same thing, and I want to share more of my story with you guys, but I'm scared because I'm embarrassed. I'm embarrassed for the choices that I made and for the people that I hurt. But I want other moms and girls to know that they can come back from really, really horrible circumstances and you can have a beautiful life with your family. So that's pretty much the gist of this video. So yeah, I will try to film a happier video for you guys tomorrow, but bye my angels.